This is a WWN Publishing Group recording. Copyright 2016, all rights reserved. This is an abridged version of Killmore by Martha Sweeney to make the story appropriate for all listeners. If you want to read the complete story, you can find the ebook or paperback online. Links are provided in the description below. Killmore, Book 1 of the 2-book series. Read to you by the author. Chapter 5, Leia. My body jolts to an upright position as my eyes pop open from a nightmare of my husband shooting me. What the fuck was that, and why does my head hurt so much? Ms. Badeau, a woman calls from my right. I turn to acknowledge the familiar tone. It's good to see you awake, she says. I'm Betty. Do you remember me? Yes, I groan, as my head pounds and my shoulder aches. I can help you with the pain, she offers, but I need you to promise to remain calm and to cooperate with the doctor when he comes in. My hands reach to rub my eyes. Good morning, Leia, the doctor greets, walking into the room before I get the chance to reply to Betty. I groan my response to the doctor's presence. You look like you're in better spirits this morning, he states. Speak for yourself, Doc, I snap. How are you feeling today, he checks, ignoring my attitude. Cold, hungry, and in pain, I throw heatedly at him. We can take care of all of those, if you'd like, he offers with a little too much pep to his tone. Yeah, I confirm. Why else would I have mentioned them? Betty sticks a needle in the intravenous line, and I pray that it's morphine. Well, the doctor begins, your vitals are good, strong, considering the amount of blood you lost. Do you remember what happened before waking here? Yeah, I confirm with a sniffy tone. Care to share? The doctor investigates, looking for me to speak. You guys finally did your job with going after Antonio, I quip. My husband came after me, shot my dog, and then shot me. According to my records, Leia, the doctor says, you shot at him first. Yep, I admit without hesitation. Why didn't you wait for us to arrive, he presses. Because he shot my fucking dog, and I wasn't about to wait for my fate to be the same, I snap. We're glad that you made it, the doctor shares. I'm not so sure I am, I reply, even though I feel the drugs starting to kick in a little. Why am I here? For your safety, he returns calmly. That doesn't explain shit, I remark. Does Antonio know I'm the leak? We don't know, the doctor says. Well, what do you know? I ask with a snippy tone. I personally don't know anything, the doctor replies. I have a hunch that he knows more than he's leading on to. About my case, or anything in general, I snicker. It sounds like the drugs are making you feel a little better, he presents. Nah, I say. This is how I usually am. Mean, bitter, sarcastic, and bitchy. The doctor continues with questions, asking me to recount what had happened that night, with as much detail as I can remember while Betty leaves the room and comes back with a plate of food and a cup of water. I tell him everything I can remember, leaving out the part about me trying to shoot Jack by the truck before the feds rammed into the building. I know the doctor is a fed from his mention of me shooting Jack first. He may be a doctor, but he's definitely an agent. I've been around enough of them to know. Why are you asking me the same fucking questions? I ask heatedly. I've already answered these. Go fucking interrogate Antonio. He's a pussy. He should tell you what you want to know with the right coaxing. I'm afraid I can't do that, the doctor informs. Then send someone in who's competent enough to talk to him, I accuse. The doctor doesn't comment, so I know there's something he's not telling me. I press for more information, but he stays quiet other than talking to me about my injuries. She's all set, Betty announces. I feel the morphine soothing my body. Well, the doctor begins, we're going to keep you under observation to make sure your vitals stay strong. What? Why? And for how long? I inquire. Aside from being in a coma for 4 days. 4 days? I repeat. What the fuck? Why was I in a coma for 4 days? And why didn't you start off with that, Doc? My apologies, Ms. Badeau, the doctor says. Like I said, you had lost a lot of blood, and we kept you in the coma for an extra day because of the trauma your body sustained from all the blood loss and with losing the baby. Baby? I gasp. Yes, the doctor confirms as Betty squeezes my hand. I wasn't pregnant, I counter. You were only a few weeks, the doctor admits. No, I challenge. I was on the shot. I made it to all my appointments religiously. Some women can still conceive even on birth control, the doctor reveals. What the fuck? I exclaim. Then why the hell do you guys claim it's 99% effective? Because out of every 100 women, 1% of them are still fertile enough to get pregnant, the doctor shares as if it's common knowledge. Fuck, I sigh. I'm sorry, the doctor says, trying to console me. I thought I had mentioned it yesterday. My apologies. I stare blankly across the room for a few moments, processing the doctor's words as the drugs start to affect my body. Wait, you said were. Were what? The doctor checks. You said were pregnant, I reiterate, as in past tense. I'm sorry, he replies nervously. We couldn't save the baby. The amount out, I shout, cutting him off while rage boils inside me. I know he's deliberately withheld information from me now. Excuse me, he checks. You heard me, I bark. Out. Get the fuck out of here. I can understand why you're angry, Leia. Out, I shout, tossing the plastic cup from the tray at him. Get the fuck out of here. Please, stay calm, Leia, the doctor coaxes. Why, are you going to fucking sedate me again? I snap. I wish you fucking let me die. Get the fuck out of here. Without another word, the doctor heads towards the door. Not you, I call after Betty. Please, please stay. Reality begins to set in, and a myriad of emotions flow into my body, paining it more so than it had before the morphine kicked in. Sure, Betty agrees sweetly. She takes my hand in hers, patting the top of it gently. There's a good chance you could still have some in the future, she comments, trying to help. No, I mumble. Yes, she says, with optimism in her voice. No, I repeat. I won't have any. Not after what happened and knowing what's to come. Don't talk like that, she encourages. I will never trust another man, I state. Never. I pause for a few seconds. It doesn't matter anyway. Not with the fact that I'll be in hiding for the rest of my life. Always looking over my shoulder, always wondering. Don't, Leia, Betty coaxes. You'll have your life back sooner than you know it. No, I say, finally feeling broken. Anytime anyone has gone into hiding for their own protection, they never come back out. Not ever. And don't call me that name. Why? She asks. Because Leia Badeau is dead. She has been since I woke up in hell. Realization of how my life is now strikes me, causing me to no longer be able to fight off the tears. I've lost my family. They'll be told I'm dead if they haven't been told already. I've lost my home. I've lost my dog. I've lost the baby I didn't even know I had growing in my belly, and now I've lost my identity. Where does one go from this point? I wish they had let me die. This is the end of this chapter. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the story so far. To read the full, unabridged version, you can find a link in the description below. To find out about new releases before the general public, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. You'll find a link in the description as well. Also, to be notified when the next chapter is published, make sure you subscribe to my channel.